Hello, I'm Scott Bogey here with Matthew Morrish ahead of his fight against Kieran Russell at Unity Championship. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good mate. How are you?
I'm doing good. And how has the training camp been for this fight?
Yeah, very good, very solid, very tough, but it'll all be worth it, hopefully. So, not
Exactly.
bad.
And am I correct in saying you had a boxing fight just the other month?
Yeah, boxing fight is second round stoppage from the ref, so come out of that quite happy as well, to be fair. So, feeling good.
Exactly. And that kind of links in with the MMA scene because you are still working on your hands, which you can use
hmm
in the cage. Is that why you still took that opportunity? Because it kind of links in with your MMA as well, and it gives you more time.
Yeah, massively, massively. Like my stand-ups half decent, so and an opportunity came up, and you've got to take the opportunities that you can these days, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. And in your first amateur fight, it was against Richie Walsh, which was a
hmm
first round stoppage due to referee. How good was it knowing that you got that first round finish?
Oh, the best ever. Like, especially taking the fight on short notice. Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like, there's nothing that I don't think could have ever topped the feeling, to be fair. And that's what you keep chasing, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. And
Massively.
do you feel like having that activity is key for your development? Because obviously you had that fight in September, had a boxing fight in October, and you're fighting in November.
Yeah, massively. It's just getting that experience, isn't it? And trying to get as many people talking as you can.
And is there any talks already surrounding anything in December, or is that just going to be a kind of like a relaxed month?
Just gonna see how it goes. I don't really know. Like, I've got a lot of trust for John, my coach, and what he's got for me in the future. So we'll just see. We'll
Exactly.
just
Am I correct in saying that you currently train out of Balance MMA?
Yeah, balance mixed martial arts in
Yeah.
Stockton.
And how has that been for your development?
Oh, unbelievable! Like I say, John, Marcus, Jamie Neville, Andy Jenkins was there as well for a bit. Like Callum Bromley, like there's loads of unbelievable people there to teach you things that you probably would never ever know if you didn't step
Yeah,
in that gym.
exactly. And do you feel like you're just going to keep taking any opportunity you come, whether it's in MMA, in grappling, in boxing, you're just willing to take anything?
Absolutely anything. Yeah, I'm quite an open mindset. Like I'd rather take the chance and see what happens and not take the chance at all.
Exactly. And after this fight, what do you think is next for you? You feel like you're like 2 to 3 fights away from a regional title? Or maybe look to get 1 or 2 more wins then pro? Or what's the story?
I'll do absolutely anything. At the moment, it's all happened a lot, like massively,
Yeah,
a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. So I don't really know what the plans are at the moment, but anything that comes up, I can't say that I'll ever say no. So if it's there, I'll take it.
exactly. And when did you, like you're saying, this came up a lot sooner than expected. When were you
hmm
planning on starting your first fight?
Um, Again, I've always been keen to step towards fighting as soon as I started training, but I didn't necessarily think it would be that soon. So when the opportunity came up, it was more of a let's see what happens sort of thing, and it turned out it's all right. So and the boxing fight came up as well, so I thought I'll take that, see what happens. So I've had a good camp to train this one, so hopefully it'll be the same result.
Exactly. And how do you get that balance between training and obviously working?
I've recently just got a job. I used to work away, so my training was a bit all over the place, but I've recently got a job at home that fits perfectly around training, so I can train most days, to be honest.
And do you feel like being able to have that, being able to find that work that has that good work train balance is important when you're just starting off?
Oh, massively, yeah. if you miss one day, you can feel unbelievable amounts behind. But
Like,
then, yeah, well, that's basically it. Yeah, if you miss a day or two, like you miss something that you could have known.
and I think another good thing about being in the UK is just there is just so many different organizations that does host amateur fights. I know there's Unity this week. I think the weekend after there's Chaos and there's
Oh,
Cage Warriors Academy in
mhm.
December. Do you feel like there's just so much opportunity there?
Yeah, massively. Like again, I'm just stepping into this world, so
Yeah,
I don't really know. I don't really know the opportunities that potentially are there, but I'm excited to find out and excited to take them if they ever come up.
exactly. And have you, how is it in the gym being able to, are you just focusing on yourself for this fight, or have you been able to try and watch any tape from Kieran?
I haven't seen a lot of stuff at
Yeah,
all, to be honest with you. Like not at all.
it's
I've
mostly
got a
just
feeling
yourself.
he's seen quite a lot of my stuff, but there's not really a lot on him. So going in a little bit blind, but it was the same as the first two fights, no
Yeah.
different. So we'll see what
And
happens.
are you looking to try and keep this fight on the feet, or are you wanting to show off your all-around game?
I have no preference, truthfully. Like I'm confident in my ability on the ground or on the feet. And everyone's seen the ability on the feet, so
Yeah.
see what happens.
And how did you get into MMA?
It was just sort of a time filler at the start. I've always fancied it, but never had the never really had the time or never made the time because I was sort of putting it off. But eventually bit the bullet, and it was probably the best thing I've ever done, truthfully.
Exactly. And do you feel like you are getting ready? You're going to be in the best shape of your life heading into that fight.
I'm not necessarily 100% where I want to be, but I'm on the way massively, massively on the way. So it's just a stepping stone.
Yeah, exactly. And what do you feel like has been the major improvements that you've done?
Just my stand up from the boxing and stuff like that. Like everything's a lot sharper, everything's a lot more flowy and smooth. Like it'll it'll probably be well, I'd hope it would be a good fight on the feet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And do you have faith in that you are going to get that first round finish, or are you going to try and keep your time, break it down, don't rush into it?
I'm not going to rush into it, no. But if the opportunity comes up, then you can't really turn them down, can you?
No, exactly. And do you have anything that you're particularly look for, like an overhand, an uppercut?
Not really, no. Just opportunities and openings. Truthfully, see what comes up, if anything at all.
Exactly. And who do you really like look up to in like the UFC? Like who do you like, try to like mimic your style of?
I mean, it has to be Tom Aspinall, doesn't it? Like it's just unbelievable to watch, isn't he? Not
Exactly,
much
yeah.
time in the octagon, but he's unbelievably doing what he needs to do, isn't he?
And do you feel like if John Jones, if he beats Stipe and then just retires, I'll also Arsenal would get upgraded to being the heavyweight champion. Do you feel like that would be John Jones kind of admitting he doesn't want to face Aspinall?
Oh, massively. Yeah, massively. Like it's either going to be the best opportunity ever for John Jones to beat him and then carry on with this court stuff, or Aspinall's going to take it.
And how big do you feel like MMA is in the UK at the moment? Obviously, you have Aspinall being the interim champion, Paddy Pimblett undefeated in the UFC,
Mhm.
Mokayev was released. However, I think I hear someone say two fights outside the UFC, and he'll be back in. It is
Oh,
just a lot of upcoming talent.
yeah, massive. And like we've obviously got a lot of inspiration as amateurs to come to like to go to train and sort of want to be like that, don't you? So it's good. It's a drive, isn't it?
Exactly. And do you feel like when you train, do you just train with balance or do you ever cross train with different gyms?
Nah, I feel like I get everything that I need from balance, to be honest. Like say my coach, John, Brazilian
Yeah,
Jiu-Jitsu black belt, like well known, massive. And then Marcus, again, just another absolute killer. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't really think I need. There's nothing that I don't think I'm missing, or there's nothing that I need that I can't get from them two as a pair, but especially the other people that are around me as well that I mentioned earlier. Like I feel like it's a definitely a well-rounded gym.
exactly. And do you go into each day, like each week, knowing what you're doing on the set days, or do you just go into the gym and just see what you want to do that there and then?
No, we've got a timetable and stuff like that. So like I said, today has just been like a no gainer wrestling session where we focus on like the grappling side of things and stuff like that. If it does go to the floor, and then Mondays is striking MMA class, Tuesdays is a gi, Thursdays is a gi class, Fridays is MMA class, and then Saturday mornings at MMA class, and then Sunday morning there's a gi class, and then like a striking class again as well. So there's more than merrier opportunities to change to train. Sorry, not change.
Yeah, exactly. And how big are sponsorships in this game?
Again, it's not really something that I've came across at the moment. I'm still trying to sort of put the feelers out and see what happens and stuff like that.
Exactly. And do you have a big crowd coming supporting you?
Yeah, there's quite a few people coming, about 25, 30. So hopefully put on a good night for
And how does
them.
it feel knowing that you have that group that are coming and obviously being in your corner?
Oh, unbelievable! Like the support that has came out of nowhere. Truthfully, like over the last couple of fights, obviously they have been short notice, so not a lot of people have had time or they've already had plans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now I've got a bit of time to plan it, and that it's it's going to be good.
And does it feel good knowing that even though these are short notice fights, you are winning the crowd and you are getting admirers from that?
Oh, massively, and like even just like a small amount of recognition from anyone at all is better than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's all we
exactly.
want in the end, isn't it? Just like the people to start talking about us and stuff like that, and then the name gets bigger and bigger, and then that's the plan.
Exactly. And I know you'll get into that Unity cage, get that win, and we'll be speaking
Mhm.
ahead of your next fight as well.
Massively.
I'll let you have the last word. Is there anything you're wanting to add or anyone you're wanting to shout out?
Not really. Like I say, I mentioned my coaches and stuff like that, and that's it. The training will tell, won't it?
Exactly. Can't wait to see you get that victory.